10 o'clock on a Saturday morning, 2 days after Christmas in the Midwest, and it is already 60 degrees. Like, what planet do we live on? This is amazing. I am here at a thrift store that is ran by a church, and they do a lot of charities. They usually have really good prices. I sometimes find amazing things for that I can then flip for a profit. And let's go see if I can find anything today. I haven't really decided how I should be presenting myself while I'm thrifting. If I should be talking while I'm looking, which is not something I normally do when I'm thrifting. I'm just so focused on the shelves. Or if I should be doing voiceovers, or if you guys like to thrift with me in silence. If you have any feedback, please let me know in the comments. Today, I'm going to go ahead and narrate a few things. I am inside of an old church. It has amazing architecture, wonderful wood, and it is set up so beautifully, almost like a boutique, but with incredible thrift store pricing. See, look at it. It just looks like grandma's house, and I love it. That coffee table, these shelves, everything is for sale. The linens that they use to decorate with are always 25 cents, 50 cents a piece. I really regret not getting that lamp. And the way they just put it all together, it just comes together so well. This is a little picture frame that is more like a trivet. That was a tile in the center there. It did look like it had a burn. That basket next to it is so cute. So those are all frames. Over here, some more decor. I'm going to take a big dive into these frames, and I'm going to come home with probably too much. But the prices, you couldn't beat them. I'm in the children's section. This is where they have the games and toys. It's usually pretty the same here. Maybe turnover. If it were closer to my granddaughter's birthday, I would have definitely picked up that too. How cute for a party. This little decoration was so cute. I don't know what I do with it. I collect birds, but what am I going to do with it? I picked up that clock and that picture down there. So many cute things. Oh, there's a pillow on the very bottom there. I picked that one up too. See that lamp on that shelf? I picked that one up also. I'm not quite sure what this corner is meant for. Maybe just crafts. It just is kind of like a little catch-all. It's very well organized, but... And then here we have the kitchen section. It's quite large, and they do have these utility shelves just chocked full. So you can find vintage dishes, clear, colorful, pottery, mugs, cups, plates, you name it. These little flowers are just so adorable. I don't know what I'd do with them right now, though. So cute. This is a little fish platter. Well, I wouldn't say little. I can't even get it in the picture frame, but they only wanted a couple bucks for it. It looked like maybe just $1 for that. It was a wonderful tray. It would have been great for like summer get-togethers, a charcuterie, whatever you want to put on there for snacks. These were funny, but they were tourist pieces, which I don't typically pick up tourist pieces. This is like a bathroom cosmetic shelf. I'm glad I went ahead and looked at it because I never do. I found this vintage soap holder traveling case, and it's tortoiseshell, faux tortoiseshell. So that's coming home with me. I love looking at the dishes. I really need to stop picking them up. It is really great when I sell them and when people find them that they need to complete sets and they share stories with me, which I really love all my customers that share stories with me. It's a lot of fun to sell dishes. It's a lot of fun to look at them. They just sit on the shelf for far too long and I'm backlogged. So I really need to resist it. These were so cute. It's like grandma made these linens and put them in baskets to sell. They had her price tags on and everything, and then sat on a shelf for 20 years. This ball jar is pretty neat, but they wanted $8 for it, so I left it behind. This Mikasa bowl was nice, except if you could see that has a crack on the side there. These vintage pottery mugs. I love that orange color. So many people knock it, but I love it. And this Pioneer Woman creamer, they wanted $5 for it. That's pretty much market value, even new. I thought that those were going to be false graph, but second look, they are not. That's not a false graph print. Big ass fans. I actually sell those for my real job. I never even noticed those cup sets new in the bag or in the packages. If they were glass, I probably should have taken a look at them. That clock back there is really cool, but they have it overlisted also, so I left it behind. And here's some of the architecture. Beautiful vaulted ceilings, nice paintings. I'm telling you, this thrift store is just so much fun to spend time in.
I'm so hot and sweaty. That was a dive. I dug and dug and dug and looked all over the place and found some amazing things. I'm on my way to my friend's house to house sit for her for the weekend so she can spend some time with some family, take care of things at her house. So when I get back there, I'm going to cart all this into her house. We're going to look at it together. So stick around. I'm back at my friend's house where I'm house sitting this weekend, and we're getting ready to go through the thrifting haul. But boy, being at her house by myself for the weekend in the quiet middle of nowhere feels like a retreat. It feels like I have an Airbnb, and she has some of the most amazing vintage items. So I thought we would do a little house decor tour without doing like a full house tour. Let me show you some of the things she has that I just absolutely adore.
Now, I don't think this is vintage, but how cute are those nutcrackers? That is vintage for sure. And I believe this one is too. I think they're shiny bright.
Isn't that wild? That's like a sand dollar with different sea glass, rocks, and shells on it. All organic materials. This kind of looks like Libyan from Pier 1. No.
That one's cloisonne.
Some shiny bright. Shiny bright. Look how cute that is. So cute. Just so many wonderful vintage items. Some of these might be newer. Look how adorable that is.
Now, I know my friend inherited a lot of these Christmas decorations, these Santa Clauses included. She had them everywhere. They're all over the place. And this is a cute little porcelain light up lamp. You know, it's the manger scene, Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus. The reason for the season. Adore this felt pillow and that pillow. And that's Santa Claus.
Vintage, but not too old. Look at that. Dasher, Dancer, Vixen.
She inherited also a bunch of music boxes. They're just adorable.
Look at the little feet print.
Now, I know the market is saturated and not good for resale value, but I love a good decor plate, especially a vintage one.
Neat idea to do that to the fireplace.
Something with the way this crucifix is styled that I just love it. I know you really can't tell, but this Christmas tree is massive. It's massive. These little angels are so adorable. The kissing angels. She's a music box. He is not, but how cute. You guys, I have a real life story about a mouse in a shoe. Now's not the time, but I'll share it with you later.
See this original artwork from 1981. Massive.
The detail on these Santas, amazing. They are so gorgeous, well made, thoroughly thought out, painted beautifully. And I'm not sure if these are German Santas. I know that they were inherited from a woman who was German. She had a lot of German roots. She decorated with a lot of German items. But how adorable are these Santa Clauses? Every single one of them are very lavish and well thought out. Check out this old guy. He's creepy and he's cool. He's surrounded by cookies from Germany. I did indulge myself. Thank you, Steve and Donna. There's a lot of ginger. A lot of ginger snaps. But isn't he cool?
All right, now to get into the thrift haul. I am so excited to share all my finds with you. I did get a few personal items and a lot of resale items. So first off here we have this Wanakome fleece vest. It is a size medium, so it is going to go into my resale shop. But this is in great condition. It has some fuzz lint that I can roll off of it. Otherwise, there's no stains. I'm really excited to get this one listed. This is an Aurifers Crystal Votive. I have here this vintage Butterbell dish. And it has a princess design etching on it. This pottery vase here, a Capana, I believe it is, with a flower frog in it. This piece is awesome. It combines the flower frog with the pottery. This is a beautiful blue and green drip glaze type of design. It does have the maker's mark. Has a slight little reproduction error here where it just didn't dry right and it's got a little crack on the inside. It's not visible from the outside at all. Here we have a hand-thrown studio pottery bowl. by Angie. That's so cute. I love this green, earthy, rusty color to it. This would make a wonderful planter or to put, you know, your fake greenery in. I love my fair share of plants and fake greenery because you can really fill a room in that way and not have to water so much. It's a Margaret B. vintage framed art piece. It's featuring 2 bunnies. It's almost Easter and spring. This would also be really sweet for a nursery. These little stinkers here, featuring 3 Cocker Spaniels and a little baby skunk. This is also a vintage wall art print. Oh, look, there's a mother back there in the background. How cute. I also got this one here. It looks like the Robin Bluebird's birdhouse. That's funny because I think I got something else similar to that. This is printed art, wall art. Such a cottagecore vibe. I believe this is Paper Rifle Company, and this is a clock. I can't find much about it, but how adorable is this clock? It's in great condition. There's nothing wrong to the clock. I have not put a battery in there yet, but it looks like it's in great condition. And it has this little drawer here, so you can hide your little trinkets. It's kind of like a paper mache, but it's like the Paper Rifle Company garden party wallpaper. That's the whole vibe and feel it's giving. It's got a barcode on the bottom, but it didn't yield any results, so I'm going to go with that. Next we have this MCM lamp. Yes, it's a lamp. Google tried to argue it with me. They didn't see that it did this, and it does this. You can have it like this, or you can have it like this. And it does work. The cord tucks up underneath here, and I plugged it in. The lamp and everything works. There's nothing like these old incandescent lamps. Man, they last forever. It needs to be cleaned up quite a bit, but I still think that it's just niche-y enough for MCM vintage lovers that this would be great for my eBay store. So I'm really excited I picked that one up. Picked up this vintage wooden cross. I got a few clothing items. This green button-up shirt. As soon as it turns cold again, we're in the Midwest and it's like a heat wave. It's almost 70 degrees right now. But I have this beautiful vest, this dark green sweater dress, this beautiful spaghetti strap blouse, and this nice belt that I can dress some of this stuff with. I think I got this belt for like 13 cents. 50 cents and 75% off, so like 13. I got a pair of longer burger trivets. These are pretty amazing. I'm not sure if anyone knew that they were longer burger because they were priced at $1 each. But yeah, it says longer burger right there on both of them. So I got a pair. That's pretty awesome find. I've been collecting a lot of these brass photo frames, and I think I'm going to curate some sets to sell on my eBay store. Use this little wall pocket basket. It's already got the greenery in there. Just need to find the right place at home and hang a little nail, and there we go. It's ready to go. Isn't that beautiful? I found this beautiful vase. This is by Homeco. I saw this cubist style from across the room and I made a beeline to it. And yep, sure enough, it is the Homeco made in the USA American and or Cubist style vase. This bag here full of vintage refrigerator magnets. Have the ice cream cones. There's fruit. There's cross stitch. Wood. Even a mirror. Like, how more vintage can we get with our magnets? This is so cool. I love reselling magnets because they're fun to look out, they're fun to play with, they're fun to decorate with. And then after I have them for a little while, when they sell on eBay, they go off to a new home to bring just as much joy. So I always pick up vintage magnets. This was a children's book author, and this print is from 1985. This is Bessie Goodman. This print is called Asking for Trouble. It features a little girl here writing a letter, and her puppy's watching over her shoulder as she spells out the word cat. So she's asking for trouble. Her little doll's over here. The frame is in a little rough condition, but it's still pretty solid. So I think that I can get this cleaned up, polished, and resaturated, and it's going to look good as new. Beautiful. Everywhere. So I have an affinity for birds. So when I see things with birds, my eye is drawn to it. I'm not worried if I can't resell it because I can use it for my own personal collection. But I found this little print here. There's 3 bird houses. There's a bluebird down here, and this one features bluebird eggs. Now it is signed 1991 by Jan Jameson. I have not found a single thing on Google, on Etsy, or eBay about Jan Jameson. It clearly says Jan, Jameson, Jameson, 91, but can't find anything. If you guys find anything, can you let me know in comments and send me a screenshot? Otherwise, I'm going to keep researching about this, but the Bluebirds print was very eye-catching to me, so she came home with me. I don't have any maker's mark here, but I did find this wooden, it looks like carved like a polar bear style or bear, but this little stash box that has a lid on it. Stash, trinket, spice, whatever you want to. Or it can just be a shelf sitter. This is solid wood, hand carved, beautiful stain. It's going to go in my eBay store. And then this here, this little hand carved wooden vase. I believe it might have originally been a set of, from a set of 3, like, tiering sizes, but it's signed on the bottom. It says, looks like 62 to me, but it's hand carved, hand painted. Beautiful little wooden vase. The last thing I have here is this little tea light holder, which is a chick popping out of the egg. I'm like, oh, it's almost spring. How cute and adorable. Did not realize that the thrift store had the tape so perfectly positioned over 2 chips over both ends. And I did not realize this guy was broken. 50 cents. I'll just add him to my decor, but he's such a cutie otherwise. It's just that his base is chipped. Well, thank you for thrifting with me today. I had a great time. I hope that I got enough video footage of the architecture and the way that they had this church all laid out into a now thrift store. It felt like you were walking into Grandma's house with all the beautifully placed furniture and vintage decor everywhere. I don't make it to this one this often because it is a little bit of a drive for me. However, every time I go, I realize why I love to go there. The prices cannot be beat. It truly is a thrift store that is there to help the community. They bring handicapped people in and try to teach them job skills. They give resources out to the community directly for those families that are in need. So I'm constantly reminded that it is a great place to shop. I left 2 lamps behind. They were priced very well, one at $6 and one at $4. I'm probably going to sit here and think about it all day and maybe make a trip back up there to get those. I really wish I would have, because like I said, that it goes to a great cause. And I only spent $40.11 for all of these things. And I didn't even show you that I got these, because whenever I make eBay sales and I sell vintage items, I love to put in a vintage thank you card note. And I even found these 13 cents for all of these thank you cards. So, if you love thrifting and you had a great time with me today, please make sure you like and subscribe. Stay tuned for a little bit longer. I'll flash up some sales comps for everything that I have purchased here that's going to go into my eBay store. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will see you at the next thrifting adventure.